Founded in 2020 by CEO Sharon Chen, a veteran of the field with more than 20 years of IT experience, AlphaPrime is a global company based in Shanghai and Singapore and focused on developing SaaS products for life science and healthcare field to speed up the development cycle of clinical trials and other health scenarios. AlphaPrime's core product platform, AuroraPrime, offers a suite of products that includes Prime Create for protocol design, Prime Collect for trials data collection, and Prime Compute for biometrics. Using advanced technologies such as cloud computing, AI, and big data, AlphaPrime's offerings are fully configurable to meet the needs of clinical trials and other health needs.
I'm Sharon Chen. I'm the current co-founder and CEO of AlphaPrime Life Science Company, based in Shanghai and Singapore. Our main mission is really truly to use technology to advance innovation in life science and consumer health field through evidenced technology, faster and from anywhere. The applications and the system offered from AlphaPrime use the SaaS technology with the cutting-edge computer science-related technology to help fasten the development cycle of the clinical trials. In that, we use computer science technology, for example, cloud computing, AI, big data, and also all the SaaS-based advanced technology. Our platform we branded as AuroraPrime, and we have a suite of letter C started products. For example, AuroraPrime Collect for data collection, AuroraPrime Create for protocol design, and Aurora Compute for data analysis, and etc. The whole suite of products really to provide end-to-end, full context, full-fledged computer science software to help support the clinical trials needs. The life cycle of clinical trials for this industry is quite complex or complicated. We can mostly break those down into three major phases: the clinical trials design, the data collection, and the final analysis and report. AlphaPrime offers great products, covers all three phases of clinical trials life cycles in a unified, versatile, intelligent, and advanced ways. Let's talk about the first phase first, the design of the clinical trials. I think that's really an important part because it's defined how this process will be operated, what kind of data to be collected, in what ways, and finally, how the report is going to be demonstrated to our departments of the, for example, US FDA and China NMPA to assess the efficacy and the safety of the medicines or medical devices. The design of the protocol will be eventually written down in a document. So we support this by a very intelligent, content template-based, a collaborative tool called Prime Create. The major function of Prime Create is to be able to support content suggested on the intelligent model, plus a collaboration tool for you to be able to write the content, review the content, collaborate on the content very efficiently, and finally, official approval process to be able to sign off the accuracy and the comprehensiveness of the documents. The second phase, the data collection, typically called electronic data collection, EDC product. There are many offerings in the market already. I think our advantage is really the strong package built around the collection itself. For example, we have the RTSM, the randomization system, a trial supply system called Control, which can be seamlessly combined with Collect. So you don't have to hop around from one system to other system by relogging or re-enter related information. But also, you can separate these two products if you want to integrate with other third parties' offerings. within the control, for example, the RTSM randomization trial supply system, our unique advantages also this can be broken down into 3 different components, so you can buy one at a time for your special needs. In terms of data collection phase, I want to also call out our offering of a decentralized trials, a remote way of collecting data, empowered by portable devices or home devices or remote visit, televisit, remote monitoring, and many other different offers without extra effort. The final phase, which is also a very important part of the clinical trials, to really analyze data and to be able to generate the final report to prove to the department and human beings that the efficacy and safety of your device or of your medicines. This is a very, very important part of the cycle. Our compute is a major product to be able to facilitate that. I think the strength of the whole system is, for one, we provide as much as possible the out-of-box standard templates, libraries, in terms of the algorithm, the statistical model, the analysis method, as well as the final visualizations. Logical clinical engine is our main strength of the AuroraPrime system. It is actually AI-powered, AI-based. The clinical logic engine actually is the underlying engine. So you don't see, and just like you drive a car, you don't see the engine, but you can feel it. So from the very beginning of the protocol design, all the way to final report submitted to the NMPA, FDA, or rest of the regulation party, is really need evidence-based data in a very structured way. But each segment or each part of the whole cycle is so different, and we need different expertise to work on different cycle, and it's typically hard for them to talk to each other or work together on using the same language. So the clinical logic engine help translate the data from one part to the other part using computer's knowledge. So for example, for some of the phase of the clinical trials, we break down in the inclusion criteria, exclusion criteria, also the visiting schedule, so understand each of the elements, and to be able to, for one, to be able to collect human beings' clinical trials information in a structured way. For two, it can eventually populate the final clinical study report based on the initial protocol design information. It is a backend engine actually empower the whole flow of the data throughout the life cycle of the clinical trials. I like to talk about Compose, our homegrown low-code platform, which is tailored for this particular industry particularly. As people probably know, in the tech field, SaaS, software as a service, has been developed in a new trend called low-code or no-code platform to be able to support the customized need of each of the companies. The effort is led by our CTO, Xu Pengcheng. For about 2 years, we built this from the ground up. We have a few applications built on top of this Compose platform. One, for example, Compute, which is our analysis tool and a system to be able to run analysis on top of the medical and operational data of the clinical trials. And also on top of that, then to provide visualized reports and a dashboard for the clinical trials. The other example is our clinical trial management system. I think there's an unmet need from the field. Often they have to tailor the SOP for a rigid system which is offered from the market. Instead, we want to tailor our offering to support the growing demand of the customized need of our companies. We provide this tool via a set of out-of-box standard templates, tools, libraries, together with a low-code platform for the customer's IT department to be able to write simple code to tailor their own SOP demands. AlphaPrime also focuses on the consumer health development. Originated from the new drugs study and the research and development, the whole suite of the products can be flexibly reassembled to be able to support the clinical trials for the cosmetic world. Actually, in this field, we already quickly expand from clinical trials to be able to utilize decentralized trials to collect more real-world evidence to support the cosmetic studies and commercializations. The product family is called Aurora Essentials, which is to empower the development and the commercialization of the consumer cosmetics. AlphaPrime Life Science is a global company from the very beginning, and we already have Shanghai, Singapore, Hong Kong, Beijing offices or registered entities already. We started from China because we see the strong demand of this fast-growing market. We really want to capture the wave of the opportunities. Certainly, because this industry, as you can imagine, the medicines, the device innovated from the biotech or biopharma companies really needs to serve the human being across the globe. So the final market is global. So is our company. We're based in China, but for global. And our expanding market strategy really based on the whole market's demands. For example, the United States is one of the major or leading markets. We are planning to expand our business to the United States very soon. Europe is another big, giant market. We are working on that as well. Biotech and biopharma companies often use Australia and the South Asian market for their clinical trials market as well. So we will look after those markets as well. So in simple, we are looking at all the possible global markets and based on the priority of how soon and how quickly we can work with our biotech companies together. We really appreciate the great support from Microsoft. We were one of the earlier sponsored companies from Microsoft for startups. I think Microsoft startups has been spending years expanding their business and supporting, empower the local startups here in China. Luckily, we were one of the companies actually benefited from Microsoft's offices from the very beginning. Our company's AuroraPrime system is built on top of public cloud-based SaaS platform. Azure is one of our major cloud providers outside of China. Azure was our main and at this moment, the only choice for now.